me what the no grame cannot yet do say and I'm no ben Adiani busy pantana so media did that dia chodo yam van fear don't no say yeah friends say yeah baby I be say yo I friends and one and come me home but we yeah baby I be oh yeah I want that we yeah and do me more don't stop
oh no what is you oh no what is you oh no and that me oh so yeah oh no what is you oh no what is you oh no why you mommy oh so yeah
me someone like give my mommy neck me said yeah oh jala no la la KK so yeah at this time what is I at this time boom Galagami, Papa Shijo, Macbe. Metal, so I'm sorry, boy. I did your mind. All the 90 Rabusendi, Pamba Boabeshia. Metal, so I sweetie, I'm sorry. What did they am and infamy to no lie.
Go to Sana, so we move your fancy and no chassis, or do it there. What's one good till the year for me? So we move your fancy and no chassis, or do it there. What's one good till the year for me? Stay. I'm a soldier, I'm gonna stay, soldier.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Give me sugar, honey. Anana na jutsu, na feeling rather, my chocolate too, my yummy shadow, other, may you call, my ball points, my just step on the wire me other, I swear my father, what boy I'm so Philly, now what I see dada, my imagine ye, you weapon ye, for your session walk club, no question, obedient to me, my law Kenya, mediation, me position, Nasika Bank City, Dallas, Max, and now pound stelling, be check by me Sakwa, let me me gallons, I beat you, before pressure, to be for what's equal darling, my own feeling pressure, I feel me. Me moves, now I'm under pressure, share, tie, me can't fancy Ghana, and ya push way. Now they me drop on Pessie, ya coffee, you watching the year, no water miss me pay. Me don't live here, me not miss here, me not miss a Kenya, what for don't cry, I adore. Yeah, watching the year, now me toy, yeah, watching the year. Give me sugar, honey. Yeah, watching the year, now me toy, yeah. Abefikoto, Babo Makuma Mupo, the one a bedo, we a video BSC and Yantro, wash me pop, simple sexa, ye baby, Miami cool ways, and see me tie. I am a G words, I get me cool high. Mr. Dewa, top 2, I'm a feel like this a couple beach a lie. What in the BM, the mobile, can't I cross me, me fly. Why? On him, not day. What point to me, my back? What is that point to me? My son and I make crosswalk, who could do hand to me? The cocaine, what's that cockatipa? What I can be out of the toke, on your unipa. If any data band, you bet my hand. Up a WhatsApp, they will show keke. Name of just a friend, what do I know? I saw me check.
Bringing you the best mix of music right here, right now.
Hey, and see, me na mami cheeky, a refugee, but the other one you will leave and die with tiki. You want to be my baby, and a coffee.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live on the AMC. Keep it locked.
Give me sugar, give me sugar, give me sugar, honey. Teach me, my son Naba, my teach me, one me yada, men when it goes here, me to me tina. Oh, my man, papa didn't say, Yan Chimpina, what am I check ha, what am I dig ha, what am I freaky, ha, what am I checking? DJ, yeah, what in the end, give me sugar, give me sugar, give me sugar, honey. Yeah, what in the end. Give me sugar, give me sugar, give me sugar, honey. Yeah, what in the end? Give me sugar, give me sugar, give me sugar, honey. Yeah, what in the end? Yeah, what in the end?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. Thank God it's Friday. Whenever it's Friday, I know everybody around the globe is happy because this is the best time for you to relax from a stressful week. Ladies and gentlemen, it's The Breeze. We come to you every Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. where we bring you social media trends. We bring you important segments where we have interviews. We also bring you what you need to know in the world of technology. So today, we will be talking to Dr. Anafo Awini Godwin. He is from the National Center for Radiotherapy, Oncology and Nuclear Medicine. Since it is Pink October, let's talk about breast cancer. So stick and stay with us. We'll bring you more as the show progresses. Wherever you are, you can join us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio or Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. On Twitter and Instagram, Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp us on 02000929225 or you can call in 0302551014. It's The Breeze with me, Demographics. Top of the hour, 10:29 a.m. So you can join us on the Zeno FM radio app or you can download the Ɔdadeɛ Radio app from the Google Play Store or the App Store. We are live on Facebook. Ɔdadeɛ Radio, shine the light. What do you want to see this weekend? So join the conversation on 02000929225. When we open the phone line, feel free to call in and then ask all the questions on 0302551014. So many things trending. When we get to that segment, we'll talk about that. Enjoy this music. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
Bringing you the best mix of music right here, right now.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
Oh, Philomena, who look it fly. Tick tock, pretty job me boy. Oh, Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Come on, everyone, po. Everyone, po. Everyone, po. Philomena, Philomena, that's Philomena. Mama, so me you are young, come for me in the pub when you're for. Mama, make a knock up, Namika, no, Becca, every bit for better boy, die. Oh, be to China, just a witch. I have it started a tree. Nana, my son, what the fate. Philomena, what you win, die, or the cover books of records. See her, fill up, and why would it quay? Who be a pen, become a night, all my tick at our basic hall, jump with jai, I'm profiling and I've been who be a supuma, or back at said, excuse me, I'm afraid. I just say, Pamo, Diablo of Fano, and I was a first to say, Ashford. Other way I can touch, you can send to my cat, yes, why, Yamwa, would you for FM so in the back I say, as you blow, 50 practice of back I say, Georgia, as you blow, oh, why, Philomena, Freakumasa Braka, Nakotoko has Papa Ball, Philomena, I beg ya, one so, ya started, Kotoko the one go, it's a go, oh, Piara man is so, it's a go, we go to we call to black take, and you been out with trade. Some catch I was at your bitch, at your bank, I will leave it lava lava, and you wink one, me what a yampa, and we before the next way, let's then I say, yeah, no, this I got a pillar, greater, and also so with me, I'm all it, and go home.
And take that man, so Philomena, and take that man, so is a
Philomena, welcome.
Philomena, getting, and take the man,
Philomena, welcome.
Philomena, getting, and take the man, so what's the wrong? And take the man, so yes, what's the wrong? And take the man, so
Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Come on, everyone, po. Everyone, po. Everyone, po. Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, gag. Philomena quitting, back quitting. Philomena quitting, gag. Oh, Philomena, everyone, po. Say, or bravo, assume, casa, tic tac, you are home, from Aquafone, mammy, see me, I send me hammy, Philomena, oh, Jimmy, well, I feel, some no, I can't call for people, best me, I right now, coupon, my woo, be so me, a bravo, with you, we see my kuma too, a yara who, a you, a sounds to you, oh gosh, I call bay your posh, go for your flowers, maybe, one touch, but me last, a good swim spectacles, let me watch, or back, Philomena. So I feel it, Gina, Policina, or Chen, Yokozuna, baby, I am a Jericho, Tukena, Shan Kwa, a Yemi, Kuha, be sure, make up, confusion, I pass. Philomena quitting, gag, Philomena quitting, gag, Philomena quitting, gag, everyone,
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
Top of the hour, 10:34. We bring you the motivational quote for today. But the song in the background, Philomena by Tick. Way back, that song was a big, huge banger that crossed the borders of Ghana all the way to Nigeria. So, today's motivational quote: self-control is strength. And why are we saying that? Calmness is mastery. You have to get to a point where your mood doesn't shift based on the insignificant actions of someone else. Don't allow others to control the direction of your life. Don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. Let me take it again. Self-control is strength. Calmness is mastery. You have to get to a point where your mood doesn't shift based on the insignificant actions of someone else. Don't allow others to control the direction of your life. Don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. Very, very powerful. You're in an environment where people can push you to the wall. People can push you to the wall. People can push you to that point where you just want to stay back. You don't want to mingle. You don't want to talk to anybody. You feel like you don't want to do this anymore. You break down and you just want to take a chill pill in your own corner because of what somebody has said to you, because of what others have said about you. But once you're able to control your mood, you'll be able to ignore all these negative things that cross your way, and then you forge on. So today, we want to encourage you to build a mastery of taking control over yourself. So, when you get angry, just get yourself some chilled water, sit in a serene environment, and sip that water. That will help you to calm down. Don't be in a hurry to speak back. Always take your time when things happen so you don't say things you don't really mean. So, control your anger. We'll be right back. Enjoy this music. It's The Breeze.
Bringing you the best mix of music right here, right now.
Hey, this is
Radio.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked. this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
Bringing you the best mix of music right here, right now.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Breeze with Me Demographic. We come to you every Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So wherever you are in the world, you can join us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana, on Instagram and Twitter, Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp us on 02000-92925, or you can call in when we open the phone lines on 0302-551014. Ɔdadeɛ Radio, shine the light. So we had the music from John Sigana titled Another Day. So another day you can do something for yourself. Another day you can be happy. Another day you have that big breakthrough. So let's move to the social media trends. A lot is happening in the world of social media, from music, politics, theater, and the whole lot. But today let's focus more on what's happening now. So ex-president John Mahama is trending. Why? People are saying the way the city is depreciating, Mahama's era is better. So now Mahama is like the savior of the moment, because under the Akufo-Addo administration, the city isn't doing well at all. So that trend is really heavy on Twitter. Everybody is saying, we want Mahama back. We want Mahama back because it's time things were easier. But do presidents really play a role in how the currencies perform? When you take the dollar is being used by almost everywhere in the world. People are using the dollar. So in Ghana, people are saying we want Mahama back. Moving on, we can't move without the entertainment industry. Sarkodie posted a video 17 hours ago. And in that video, he's just doing his rap thing, going harder on his business and his whole work, which is rap music. And everybody is saying Sark still has it. And of course, Sark has been doing this for the past 10 years. No flop, always creating that banger, doing a lot of international collaborations, putting out great music videos, expensive ones, solid brand building. So Sark is trending for that because people think by now Sarkodie should just sit back. But he keeps bringing us those bangers. And people are wondering why. So he's also trending heavily on social media, especially Twitter. Shatta Wale. So Shatta dropped one of the songs from his album, the GOG, which is finally coming live. And people say the Cash Out song sounds like Burna Boy. So is he trying to bait Burna Boy for some collaboration or a remix of the song? Because people say he sounds like Burna Boy on the music. And actually, when I heard it, I said, no, this sounds like Burna Boy's music. And Shatta also had his birthday some few days ago, where he had a new Range Rover customized red and black. And people are saying it's the old yellow Range Rover that he has gone to respray. But Ghana for why? And Ghanaians, let's relax for Shatta. And Shatta is saying that it is paining people because he has another car. Now, the big moment, the National Science and Maths Quiz. Wow, a lot is happening, so many surprises. It's as if the whole Ghana is against Presec Legon. Because last year we were supposed to bring 7 home, and we all know what happened. It didn't happen. But Presec came back stronger into the game, and they are topping the charts at the moment. There is a funny video or picture of a child who is happily flipping in the sand, and people are saying that's the mood of Presec right now, because Presec was in the contest with Accra Academy and Pope Jones. Problem of the day, Presec had 10 over 10. Who does that? Accra 0, Pope Jones 0. At the end of the day, Presec had 67 points, Accra 33 points, and Pope Jones 26 points. So we just want to tell them that they are not our size. They are not our size. Moving on, Nestle Ghana is also trending. Why? In this whole economic hardship and the high rise in inflation of cost of things, Nestle Ghana has decided to cushion the workers, the local workers. So online, there is a letter that's circulating that said they are going to give every worker, local worker, 7,500 cedis in addition to their regular pay. So the 7,500 cedis is a one-off lump sum of money just to cushion their workers. And if this is really true, we'll say thank you very much, Nestle Ghana. Keep doing the good work. People purchase the product so they can keep doing this for our people. So that's it. In the world of trends, we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll move straight to the Tech Hub, where you get to know more in the world of technology. Enjoy. This is The Breeze, live here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. We'll be right back.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Like us on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Agriculture plays a crucial role to our country's development, with a huge contribution to Ghana's GDP, whilst providing for our food needs at the same time.
They should know that agric is the backbone of every country. Honestly, you began by giving us the percentages, but it used to be 70% that agric contributes to the economy. It's because of certain lapses that has made a figure decline.
I don't know why they see farming as a bad occupation, because in other developed countries, they take agric very seriously. They make a lot of money out of farming. They use a lot of modern technology to improve their yield. But over here, we only see it as the use of certain man-made or small implements such as cutlass and hoe, which don't really do much. If you want to go into mass production, which will bring you a lot of money, you use a lot of modern technology that will help improve the yield.
Time to put the spotlight on agriculture value chain in Ghana on Agric Panorama on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Agric Panorama is a radio program that is aimed at creating a unique platform for all farmers, traders, processors, transporters, wholesalers, and all other actors within the agric value chain. Agric experts, policymakers, students in agriculture, and other stakeholders as they participate in a panel discussion to unravel all that matters to improve agriculture and agribusiness sector, which is the backbone of Ghana's economy.
It's beneficial to the country in the sense that renowned companies in this country, the products these companies bring out are from agric, or the raw products are from agric, which has been processed into finished goods.
With agric, as I was coming, I wanted to do biology, but my grandfather was the person who told me that, why don't you try agriculture? Because I'm a farmer, and look at where I am. So you can also try agriculture, and then you can see how far you go.
Agric Panorama will be broadcast live from the studios of Ɔdadeɛ Radio online every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can listen and contribute to this program via the Zeno FM radio app or Ɔdadeɛ Radio app from the Google Play Store or App Store. Also watch it live on YouTube or Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio or Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. Ɔdadeɛ Radio, shine the light.
does the Bible say? And what sort of light does it throw on any life-related issue? John chapter 1 verse 5 states, "And the light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not." Light for Life is a Christian panel discussion program on all life-related issues and how the Bible helps us in its day-to-day application. Beloved, my name is Reverend Gordon Kwashi, and I invite you to join me and my guests on the Light for Life program on Ɔdadeɛ Radio Online this and every Sunday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I trust that as we engage in this Light for Life program, we'll all be able to say to our God, "In thy light we shall see light." God richly bless you as you tune in.
I don't know what I would do without him. Whom shall I fear? There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love.
Say no to single-use plastic bags. They are destroying our environment. Water bodies contribute to most of the rubbish in open spaces and gutters, contributing to floods. Fish and livestock are ingesting plastics, which poses danger to our health. Plastics take ages to decompose and are harmful to the environment. Be responsible. Join eco-conscious citizens in supporting International Plastic Bag Free Day and say no to plastic bags. Use a basket, jute bag, or other biodegradable bags on 3rd July and every other day.
Did you know that 90% of people with autoimmune diseases will be misdiagnosed or spend years before a diagnosis is made? Precious time that could lead to organ damage. Autoimmune diseases occur when the immune system starts to attack healthy organs and cells in the body till they are destroyed. These conditions are more severe and are increasingly seen in people of African ancestry. The Rheumatology Initiative TRI is an NGO leading with education, advocacy, and research in autoimmune diseases. TRI ensures patients have the right peer support with a support group of over 200 people diagnosed with autoimmune conditions. The Rheumatology Initiative provides emergency medication for needy patients and teaches them life skills to ensure some financial stability. TRI reaches patients, health practitioners, and the general public through various educational interventions to enable prompt diagnosis and treatment for improved outcomes. How can you support our work at the Rheumatology Initiative? Please donate to our MTN Momo 024-192-9775. Account name is the Rheumatology Initiative. To volunteer, please send an email to volunteer@tryghana.org. That's TRIGhana.org. Visit our website tryghana.org to reach us, and on social media look for our handles at TryGhana.
My name is David Opare, aka Tobosu. I'm encouraging you to always tune in to Ɔdadeɛ Radio. My name is David Opare, aka Tobosu. I'm encouraging you to always tune in to Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
I know they say what I know me. So if I tell you, say I like it, be you got me confused. I'm in the mood. In my shaka, what you want me, I can do. You got me confused. I'm in the mood. In my shaka, what you want me, I can do. Like want me a job. Position me, I'm a conscious. I be that jazz where you living me above. I did for your house, so I'll be your dog. Like want me a job. Position me, I'm a conscious. I be that jazz where you living me above. I did for your house, so I'll be your dog.
Bringing you the best mix of music right here, right now.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Pull up on your motor and I'm always on time. Say now only you or the girls on the side. Do that juku like say now porcupine. And I like your way, so I must say you got me confused. I'm in the mood. In my shaka, what you want me, I can do. You got me confused. I'm in the mood. In my shaka, what you want me, I can do. Like when me a job. Position me, I'm a conscious. I be that jazz when you living me above. I did for your house, so I'll be your dog. Like when me a job. Position me, I'm a conscious. I be that jazz when you living me above. I did for your house, so I'll be your dog.
the best mix of music right here, right now.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
If I don't get a go borrow anything for my baby, yo. She know they make her worry, yo. Now they give me body, yo. You show me love I never know. You make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling. Me not go fit to let go. Girl, I wanna put it on, yo. Girl, you fire. Me can't deny that. Many girl for me and by you brother. Tell me who on you, mommy water. I go be your Santa. Na na de, na na de. Where you day, there I go day with you. Me and you be mood. No, no. Na na de, na na de. Where you day, there I go day with you. I go day with you. Me and you be mood. Now you put the sugar for my cocoa, girl. Call me on the phone and I'll be there. And baby, I'll be there. You make a bad man one color. I'm on my way. In a little traffic, but I won't be late. Can't wait to put it on you. Anything I do it for you. Girl, you fire. Me can't deny that. Many girl for me and by you brother. Tell me who on you, mommy water. I go be your Santa. Na na de, na na de. Where you day, there I go day with you. Me and you be mood. No, no. Na na de, na na de. Where you day, there I go day with you. I go day with you. Me and you be mood. Go day with you. Then I go day with you. You got me in the mood. I go there with you. It's Mr. Do it.
Top of the hour, 10:58 a.m. Very soon we'll go straight to the Tech Hub, where you know from the world of technology. So you can join us on Ɔdadeɛ Radio on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana or Twitter Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can WhatsApp us on 02000-92925 or call 0302-551014. So let's move straight to the Tech Hub. Reginald, what do you have for us today?
Alright, good morning to the lovely listeners out there in the world. Those streaming from different parts of the world. Hope you are enjoying your day. Demograph, how is the day going?
So far, so good. We're just trying to run the show and then move on to the next thing for the day.
Alright, listeners out there, don't forget to follow us on Zeno FM app and on our various social media platforms. We are on Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana and also on YouTube at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Now today we're going to talk about something exciting to some particular group of people. It is exciting, but to some group of people it is not an exciting topic to want to talk about, because you kind of find a lot of people being victims to this subject we're going to discuss about. So today we're going to talk about hacking.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about hacking, how to prevent it, and then the concept behind hacking. I'm not going to teach people on how to hack. That's not what we do today. So hold your horses, guys. We're just going to learn about hacking. We're going to learn about the concept. There are some misconceptions about what hacking is about. I want to clear out those misconceptions, all right? So the first question is, what is hacking, all right? So hacking is the art of identifying and exploring weaknesses in computer systems and network. So usually to gain unauthorized access to personal or unauthorized or organized data, right? So that is what hacking is about. So gaining access to computers or networks.
Right.
And a lot of time we kind of find people having this notion about hacking being just people want to mess up with people's data without permission, and you know that is not just it. In as much as they are cyber crimes done by people based on financial motivations and stuff like that, hacking too has its genuine purpose. All right,
Wait, hacking has a genuine purpose?
Yeah, hacking has a genuine purpose.
How is that possible?
Who counted that?
All right.
All right. So how does hacking work? Okay, so it's simple. Hackers use a variety of techniques to achieve their aim. Some of those common methods. One major common method used mostly by hackers is social engineering. So let me give a scenario to explain what social engineering is. Adamo, what do you like? What do you like to do? What's your hobby? What do you like to watch? What are you interested in?
I love documentaries.
Documentaries.
I love music videos.
Okay.
And then anything fun to watch.
Okay, so let's use music videos. Let's say I know you love music videos, right? So I know your Gmo. Let's say I know your Gmo.
Right.
So I send you a music ad, and I'm like, okay, so Ɔdadeɛ, or let's say Stonebwoy has released the latest video. Click on it and watch. So that's kind of what social engineering is about. I just use what you like to get access into your system. So immediately you open that video, bam, I've had access into your computer.
Wow.
So that's one social engineering. So it's a manipulative technique designed to exploit human error to gain access to personal information using a fake identity and various psychological tricks. Hackers can deceive you into disclosing personal or financial information. So let's say the reason why I sent you that video to get access to your computer is because maybe I want to get access to some password, or maybe I know you've stored your bank account on your PC. So because I want to get access to your bank account, I use social engineering to get access to your computer in order to get access to your bank account. Another method uses hacking password. This is a common thing done by hackers. We have hackers use different ways to obtain passwords. The trial and error method is known as brute force attack, which involves hackers trying to guess every possible combination to gain access. Hackers may also use simple algorithms to generate different combinations of letters, numbers, to help them identify password combinations. Another technique known as dictionary attack. So brute force attack is just trying out different combinations of letters and numbers. So let's say especially to those who like using their birthdays for their passwords.
Wow.
Yeah, we just figure it out. Just do some combinations, and they just get access. So that's why normally when you're creating password, it is advised not to use any information that people are aware of. Your birthday, your mother's name, your father's name, your best friend's name. You're advised not to use any of those details, because the first method or simple method, if I don't really want to stress myself as a hacker, I just use those personal information, maybe your favorite food, your favorite color. I just create combinations of those things, and I'm able to get access into your network or your computer system. And nowadays there are a lot of people that are hacking.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can display a live cyber attack going on in the world right now. If listeners can see this on their screen, which will be shown very soon, you will see a lot of cyber attacks going on. And it's like I said, I made a statement at the beginning that hacking is not always about for cybercrime purpose. There are genuine reasons to it, which will be coming to shortly. Another technique used by people is spying on emails. So hackers create codes which allow them to intercept and read emails. Most email programs today use encryption formulas, which means that even a hackers intercept a message, they can't read it. I don't want to delve so much into the technicalities of the words used today. I'll do that probably next week.
Okay.
I just want listeners to know the basic things that are done by hackers to help you. I know it might sound funny, but there might not be the greatest solution or the best solution for you to prevent yourself being hacked. All you can do is just keep yourself in a position where you don't become a liability for hackers.
Yeah, but these days we have a lot of people sending you some clone messages on Facebook that I'm trying to log into this and I want the system to send you some passwords so that you send it back to me, and then they end up getting hacked.
You see, we have to be very wise and vigilant, right? So like I said, social engineering. So I know you love pets, right? So I'll just send you an ad. I'll like, click this ad to get to this website to watch pets that you can access.
Right.
Then because of your interest of it, you just click in that. You don't just click any random ad. It's always it's 99% a trap for you. Because you have people always, there's this thing that used to come. I don't know if it stopped, but it used to be a thing. I don't know if it's still a thing where someone was saying iPhone is sharing.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Yes.
iPhone is giving out phones to solve this puzzle. See the whole excitement, right? We have it on the screen right there. So as you can see, live on the screen. This live cyber attacks going on in the world right now. So someone from the United States just hacked someone from Germany. Someone from Germany is hacking someone.
Wait, you mean this is happening
right now
as we speak?
As we are speaking, it's
hacking
happening.
Is going on
like right now.
Wow, listeners, please go on our page, our YouTube page, and then watch this.
It's going on right now. So the red lines you are seeing are okay. The yellow lines, you have DNS attacks, you have web server effort violation going on right now. So you see someone from Canada and Australia, they are just worrying themselves, hacking themselves. Someone from South Africa to just go hacked. Someone from
so and it's moving very fast.
Yeah, that's the side thing. People are like, out of this, there are ethical hackers that are doing their jobs.
Okay.
So remember I said there are genuine. So there are 3 types of hackers, right? We used color to describe this type of hackers. They are black, white, and gray. So black hackers are people that who enter into your system for their own fun, personal gain. So they just want to mess up with you. They want to maybe extort money from you, and they just enter into your network and just find your vulnerability and use it against you. The white hackers are ethical hackers. They know they work with they are the good guys. So we call them the good guys. They work strictly with the books. So they know how to be like the black guys, but they just work with the books. They are the good guys. Like you said, if there was a heaven and hell situation in cyber security, they will be the ones who are going to heaven. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Then the gray one. So sorry, there's black, white, and gray. So the gray ones, they can just switch at any time. They can be the good guys and they can be the bad guys. But in a bad situation, they do it normally to let you know of your vulnerability for you to work it out. So like the kid that hacked into Uber the last time we were talking about, the kid that hacked into Uber, he will be termed as, I believe he'll be a gray hacker.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just looking out for vulnerability in the system, then tells you that he maybe sends an email to the CEO or whoever is in charge of the IT department that check on your system. There's a vulnerability on it, and people are paid for that. So we have red hackers and we have the blue, then I think red and blue. One of them deal with defense and one of them deal with attacking. So if you realize on the screen I was showing, you realize that there are people that are defending people's system and there are people that are attacking people's system.
Wow.
Yeah, so you need such people in your company if you're having a big IT firm, right? And it's something that we don't take seriously, even in Africa. I think we are still picking up the attitude of having such people in our companies, right? Where you have someone who is ready. It's like you're in the warfield going on because someone wants to mess up with you.
Right.
So you need someone behind the PC who is ready to protect you and defend you. So yeah, and there are certain damages that hackers can cause to your system, to your network and your system. Destroy your credit card ratings, obtain cash advance, sell your information to others. Yes, and it's something that is going on now. So there's this. Do you know that how do I call it? The search engine you're using is not all there is. There's something called the dark web.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a place where a lot of things go on. Things that are not governed.
Okay.
Like there are no strict policies. Like there are not a lot of restrictions. So people sell information. People buy weapons and stuff there. So It's a place where it's like the black market of the web. Yeah. So people could go and sell information to people, and we've had stories of that. I remember one of the well-known hacking communities in the world, Anonymous. They are a group of hackers. They do it for they hack for as a campaign, right, against corruption, stuff like that. So they just recently they hacked into the Iranian government and they released certain information out there on online. So they hacked into big institutions that believe they're not doing the right thing and just bringing on the information to people. But some people can sell such information people online to people. Maybe let's say look at Google. I could find out an information on Google and want to sell it to Apple because I know Apple will need that information and I need money. So they do that for a living. So people hack for a living. You get it? I know people too have this intention that hackers are people who know so much about computer systems and hardware and they've lost their way. So because they've lost their way, they just want to make up because they can't grow with the knowledge of computers and stuff. But that is not it exactly. Now we're looking at why do people hack, right? The biggest motivation often is financial gain. Like people just hack for the money. The second thing is corporate espionage. Sometimes hackers are motivated by stealing trade secrets from competitor companies. Corporate espionage is a form of hacking designed to access classified data or intellectual property in order to gain a competitive advantage over corporate rivals. All right, and you're looking at the next thing being political espionage. Nation states can use hackers for political purpose. Now, there was this trend that went on. I think during Trump's reign in power, the trend was that there were hackers from Russia that helped Trump to win the election. Yeah, we don't know how true that is, but they start looking at, when I read the story, there was a kind of I tend to believe the story in a way because of the evidence that came out, and people too hack for revenge. People just want revenge on people, and people, there's something called activism. So Anonymous is a activism. There's a community society. They are motivated by sense of achievement that's breaking the system. And hackers can become. They say they can form a civil disobedience. Some hackers use their skill to promote a particular political agenda or social movement. And the last thing we want to look at is the history of hacking. You know, everything has a history. All right. So we want to look at how did hacking come about. That's the last thing we want to look at today. So while hacking these days has a mostly negative connotation, like I said, this wasn't always the case. In early days of computer hacking, all right, hackers were seen as technology experts whose main motivation was to customize and optimize. As cybercrime evolved and became more complex and widespread, hacking became mostly associated with malicious activities. In the 1960s, the term hacking became associated with members of MIT's Model Railroad Club who would hack their high-tuning sets to modify their functions. So like I said, it's mostly the idea behind hacking is to just find vulnerabilities in computer system, know how well we can improve our computer system, like it used to be in the 1960s. Now the first state of hacking. Their effort was often paid off as they produced programs that were better than the system. In the 1970s, computer hacking continued, but there was diversity in it. We had telephone hacking, phone hacking, as known as freakers. They tried to exploit operational characteristics in telephone switching, etc., etc. So reading this, we've seen how throughout the decades, we've seen how hacking has modified, how it has improved, and this is something that should keep us on high alert, that we have to find ways or ways to help protect ourselves. So listeners out there, this is what I had for you guys. Hacking, let's learn to protect ourselves from being victims like the people we showed on our screens. All right.
That's very interesting. Thank you very much, Reginald. So we are still live on The Breeze on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Ɔdadeɛ Radio presents a great panorama. Agriculture plays a crucial role in our country's development, with a huge contribution to Ghana's GDP whilst providing food for the needs of the same time. Time to put a spotlight on agriculture value chain in Ghana on a great panorama on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. A Great Panorama is a radio program that is aimed at creating a unique platform for all farmers, traders, processors, transporters, wholesalers, and all other actors within the agric value chain. Agric experts, policymakers, students in agriculture, and other stakeholders as they participate in a panel discussion to unravel all the matters to improve agriculture and agribusiness sector, which is the beacon of Ghana's economy. Starting Saturday, 1st October 2022 at 10 a.m. GMT, Agric Panorama will be broadcast live from the studios of Ɔdadeɛ Radio online on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can listen and contribute to this program via the Zeno FM radio app or Ɔdadeɛ Radio app from the Google Play Store or the App Store. Also watch it live on YouTube or Facebook at Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. Ɔdadeɛ Radio, shine the light. Moving on to the lifestyle segment. We are still talking about Pink October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So today we'll do something on breast cancer with regards to your lifestyle. How does lifestyle affect a woman in the world of breast cancer? So the question is, what can I do to reduce my risk of breast cancer? Research shows that lifestyle changes can decrease the risk of breast cancer, even in women at high risk. So, to lower your risk, 1. Limit alcohol. The more alcohol you drink, the greater your risk of developing breast cancer. The general recommendation based on research on the effect of alcohol on breast cancer risk is to limit yourself to no more than 1 drink a day, as even small amounts increase the risk. So, limit alcohol intake. 2nd, maintain a healthy weight. If your weight is healthy, work to maintain that weight. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy strategies to accomplish this. Reduce the number of calories you eat each day and slowly increase the amount of exercise. 3rd, be physically active. Physical activity can help you maintain a healthy weight, which helps prevent breast cancer. Most healthy adults should aim for at least 150 minutes a week of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of rigorous aerobic activity weekly, plus strength training at least twice a week. Be physically active. Physical activity can help you maintain a healthy weight, which helps prevent breast cancer. Most healthy adults aim for at least 150 minutes of vigorous exercise, so exercise every week. Breastfeed. Breastfeeding might play a role in breast cancer prevention. The longer you breastfeed, the greater the protective effect. And the last one, limit postmenopausal hormone therapy. A combination hormone therapy may increase the risk of breast cancer. Talk to your doctor about the risk and benefits of hormone therapy. You might be able to manage your symptoms with non-hormonal therapies and medications. If you decide that the benefits of short-term hormone therapy outweigh the risk, use the lowest dose that works for you and continue to have your doctor monitor the length of your hormone intake. So that's what we bring to you in the world of lifestyle. It's Pink October, and we'll be having that big conversation with Ɔdadeɛ Dr. Anafo Awene Godwin from the National Center for Radiotherapy, Oncology, and Nuclear Medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back for that great interview.
You are listening to the live streaming of Ɔdadeɛ Radio. May I please have your attention for this announcement? Are you an Ɔdadeɛ? Are you looking for that opportunity here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio to reach out the many Ɔdadeɛs out there? Let your schoolmates and your targeted clients know of your products and services. Here on Ɔdadeɛ Radio, we shine the light on all that Ɔdadeɛs are involved in across the globe. Come and support us, and let's reach out to all Ɔdadeɛs through our medium to know your business and services. To all Ɔdadeɛs and other stakeholders who wish to offer their support to Ɔdadeɛ Radio should please call or WhatsApp us on 0200 29295 or call us on 030 255 1014. You can also reach us on our social media platforms at Ɔdadeɛ Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Send us an email at odadeɛradio@gmail.com or visit our studio at the Presec Alumni and Mentorship Center AMC on the Presec campus, Legon, Accra. Ɔdadeɛ Radio, shine the light. Thank you for your attention, and please stay glued to Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hi, this is Patricia Obonai, Global Vice President. Keep listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Breeze with me demographics, or you can call me Selom. So today, the month of October is known as Pink October, and we just want to educate the public about breast cancer. So to do this, we have Ɔdadeɛ Dr. Anafo Awini Godwin from the National Center for Radiotherapy, Oncology, and Nuclear Medicine. He's joining us live on Zoom. So any question you have that you want to ask, you can send us a message on 02000 or you can call in 0302551014. Doc, I see you're enjoying yourself in your office. Good morning to you, Doc.
Yeah, good morning to you, Salom. I think the name is Demographics, right?
Yes, Doc.
So yes, I mean, I was enjoying myself. That's a lovely, lovely tune. I think it's from Daddy Lumba, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, and that is a song that is opportune. It is perfect for the period that we are in. Yes, October is pink. October is the month of breast cancer awareness creation. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, Doc. So, Doc.
A good morning to you and a good morning to all our listeners.
Good morning to you too. So, Doc, we know you are also on Ɔdadeɛ. So, can you give us something significant about your days in Presec before we jump straight into our main interview? How was your day like in Presec?
Oh, okay. Oh, my days in Presec, they're lovely. I totally enjoyed them. Of course, not initially. I had come all the way from the Upper East region. My very first time in Accra was on the campus of Presec Legon. I didn't know anyone, so I mean, it was a very tough moment. But after a few moments, a few weeks, a few months, surging on into years, I totally enjoyed my experience there. I think I may leave what I partook in while in school until you ask, or probably until another day. But yeah, I totally enjoyed my experience. And you can see I'm donned in my Ɔdadeɛ Lacoste. I'm proud to be an Ɔdadeɛ. Very, very proud to be one.
The blue is definitely in the blood. So, Doc, what's your take on the NSMQ so far? Are you happy with what the boys are doing? Is 7 really coming home?
Yes, 7 is definitely coming home. I am excited, totally thrilled. I was so proud of their performance yesterday. I mean, it's Blue Magic, it's the Oakland, it is Presec, it is a brand. So I'm not surprised at all. I mean, what we did is, it's always been a stock in trade for us. They think we boost a lot, but I don't think that is really the case. Pope John's, Accra Academy, Prempeh, they are good schools.
Right.
I would have to give that to them. But there's only one school, and that is Presec Legon.
Definitely, there's only one school, that's Presec Legon. So we are live on YouTube at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. You can also join us on Facebook Live, Ɔdadeɛ Radio Ghana. On Twitter, Ɔdadeɛ Radio. WhatsApp us on 02000 or you can call in 0302 551014. So, Doc, let's jump straight to breast cancer. If we say a breast is cancerous, basically, what are we talking about?
Okay, so we would have to start by beginning to understand what cancer is and then what breast cancer is. And like I said, the tune that you played was so perfect for the occasion. I mean, our women have, over the years, over the generations, over the millennia, they've been our backbone, they've supported society, and it's because of them that society is what it is now. So yes, indeed, Nyame God should definitely bless women, and not just praying for God to bless them, but we need to also play our role in ensuring that they live long enough to continue to support us as the backbone of society. Yeah, so cancer is an abnormal growth of cells within the body. So this is not an invasion by foreign organisms or anything of the sort, but an unregulated growth in the cells of the body. So what often happens is that the cells and the tissues of the body are regulated, just like the way any society that is not regulated is likely to go into chaos, right?
Right.
We often hear about the law of entropy, where if things are not regulated, they are more likely to go towards the point of destruction, right? So yes, that is what entropy would often tell you. So in the human body, God made it such that there are mechanisms that are supposed to control or regulate the growth of cells, how they function in the body. Unfortunately, when cancer hits, what happens is that many of these cells, or some of these cells, are unregulated. I often like to liken them to a recalcitrant child that has run amok. You are trying to tell them, do this, follow this path, and then they are just not listening. They are going about doing their own. So that's what cancer usually happens. That's how cancer happens. So many of the cells that are supposed to be regulated, that are supposed to follow the normal pattern that they've been programmed to follow, do not follow it. Now, there's also a phenomenon called apoptosis, where there's programmed cell death. So when a cell has outlived its purpose, the duration for which it is supposed to have function is gone by. It is supposed to die to be replaced by new cells. That is not the case with cancer cells. They are just resistant to control. They are refusing to be regulated. They invade local tissues, go to places they are not supposed to go to, and deprive the rest of the cells and the rest of the body of nutrients, essential nutrients. So yes, that's what basically breast cancer is. Breast cancer is the abnormal and unregulated growth of breast tissue or breast cells, which can often lead to some of these cells invading other organ systems and then causing havoc. Yes, so that's what breast cancer really is.
So, Doc, at what stage or age can a person develop breast cancer? Do you have to be an older person, or can young ladies also develop breast cancer at an early stage?
Yes, breast cancer is typically a disease of adulthood. It is very rare before 20 years. Usually between 20 to 30 years, you have about 2% of the population developing breast cancer. That is the total of the women who develop breast cancer. About 2% of them would usually fall in the age range between 20 to 30 years. But in Ghana and in most other African, West African countries, we've noticed that the incidence is maximum between the ages of 40 to 49 years. So many of the women that I see at the National Center for Radiotherapy, Oncology, and Nuclear Medicine are usually within the ages of 40 to 49. That is where the peak incidence is. That regardless, I've seen patients that are 20 years coming with breast cancer. I've seen patients that are 60 years coming with breast cancer, 70 years. So generally, the distribution is such that it starts from 20 to 30 years, and then it peaks between 40 to 49 years, and then we see a downward trend. But regardless, cancer can occur at any age, especially if there's a strong predilection, a strong family history. Cancer can occur at any age, but most of the time between 40 and 49 years. And that is sad because, like the saying goes, life begins at 40. There is a point in the lives of women when they are about to begin their life, they're about to enjoy their life, they're about to have fun, and then cancer strikes. And unfortunately, when it does and it's not picked up early, then it begins to cause a whole lot of social issues, a whole lot of health issues, a whole lot of economic issues.
Right.
So yes, that is the distribution of breast cancer with regards to age.
So, Doc, can cancerous cells be reversed? If a cell is cancerous, can it be reversed, or once it's cancerous, it ends there?
Yes, when a cancerous cell being reversed, that is something that I've not seen yet, at least not in the medical literature. That is something I've not come across. But I mean, science keeps evolving, and that could potentially happen in the future. But once something goes amok, why do you want to keep it in? You get rid of it. Right? Once something refuses to be regulated, you've done everything to try to regulate it and it refuses to be regulated. All you need to do is get rid of it by whatever means that's possible. Right? Christ Jesus said that if your eye would cause you to sin, what do? You pluck it out. Right? So yes, cancerous cells, I don't know about them being reversed, but yes, we have modalities and we have ways and measures to be able to control them, to kill them, and get rid of them. Yeah.
So, Doc, now, when October comes up, everybody says the women, the women, the women, the women. Can men also get breast cancer?
Yeah, it is great. It's great you brought that in. I can see that you're an advocate for men. Yes, for a very long time, we've actually sidelined men when it comes to health, and it continues to be the case. And when it comes to breast cancer, it's also the case. That is not necessarily because, men are not valued in society, but it's because the percentage of men that will develop breast cancer is not so much, right? So amongst patients with breast cancer, less than 1% of them are usually men. But yes, breast cancer can occur in men. Like one of my professors in medical school says, as long as you have a breast, you are at risk for developing breast cancer. So yes, men are at risk for developing breast cancer. It's just that the risk is a little lower compared to women, so that you realize that for all patients who are diagnosed with breast cancer, especially in Ghana and in the world at large, less than 1% of them are men. So yes, men can develop breast cancer, just that the risk is not as high as it is in
women. So, is the mammary gland of the woman, is that what calls for quick attack of the breast? And also, what degree of infection calls for treatment?
Yes. So it is because of the size of the female breast. I mean, they have more glandular tissue. Men don't have any glandular tissue at all. You look at the size, and also hormones play a huge role in the development of breast cancer.
Right.
Women are constantly exposed to estrogen, right? So because of that, and the size of their breast, the fact that there's a lot of glandular tissue, lactiferous ducts, and all, they are at increased risk of developing breast cancer. That coupled with the high amounts of estrogen that their bodies are exposed to, is the reason women would often tend to be at increased risk for developing breast cancer. And then the next question, I think, is actually very important. At what stage of infection can breast cancer, or is it imperative to treat breast cancer?
Yes.
I think it's an intelligent question. I think it's good that you asked, because a lot of people are still not certain about the etiology of breast cancer, right? Some people still think that breast cancer is caused by spirits, others think it's caused by infections. Breast cancer has not been found in medical literature to be caused by infections, although some cancers, such as cervical cancer, which is caused by the human papilloma virus, and also the same HPV virus is causing other cancers, such as nasopharyngeal cancers, throat cancers, all of that. I mean, some cancers are caused by infectious agents, but when it comes to breast cancer, we don't know of an infectious agent that causes it or that increases the risk of someone developing breast cancer. So yes, breast cancer is not caused by an infection. This is something that we should have at the back of our mind. There are risk factors. I'm sure we'll discuss that as the discussion goes on, but breast cancer is not caused by infection. Now, at what stage should we be treating breast cancer? At the very moment they realize that someone has breast cancer. I have to wait till it gets to any stage before you start to treat it. But the thing with breast cancer is, it's a big killer. I think I did not state how dire the situation is when it comes to breast cancer. Breast cancer has caused a lot of havoc, it's wreaked a lot of havoc in our communities, amongst the women population. And it's something we should not be joking at all with. And it is the reason we dedicated the whole month of October creating awareness on breast cancer, right? The havoc that breast cancer wreaks is so massive that we do not wait until breast cancer gets to a particular stage. The very moment we realize that someone is at risk of breast cancer, we begin screening. The very moment we realize that they are the earliest stage of having breast cancer, we start treatment. And of course, there are various treatment modalities to tackle each stage of breast cancer, taking into consideration the patient's wishes and needs as well.
Thank you, Doc. So we're still talking about breast cancer. But Doc, does lifestyle contribute to a person getting breast cancer? Because we have people who are drinking so many concoctions, eating things in the name of trying to live life. So does lifestyle play a role in getting breast cancer?
Yeah, definitely. Lifestyle plays a huge role in the development of breast cancer and increasing the risk of an individual developing breast cancer. Right. So the risk factors for developing breast cancer are generally grouped into about 3 or 4. One we've already spoken about. We can talk about genetics.
Okay.
In the family, a particular family member has breast cancer, and therefore one is at increased risk of developing breast cancer. We also have what we call hormonal risk factors, which I'm hoping we'll talk about in detail as we discuss this further. And then we also have the environmental risk factors, which includes lifestyle. So lifestyle plays an important role in the development of breast cancer. Now, why do I say that? What we've realized is that, quite a number of women who is diagnosed with breast cancer will notice that there's an increased risk when they take in alcohol, right? So patients or individuals who take in large amounts of alcohol are at increased risk of developing breast cancer. Not just alcohol, patients who smoke. Patients who smoke are at increased risk of developing breast cancer, right? Our diet is very, very important. And we've actually seen an increase in the incidence and the prevalence of breast cancer over the past few years. One of the reasons is that there are now better diagnostic tools. If you come to the National Center for Radiotherapy, Oncology and Nuclear Medicine, the diagnostic tools are improved. were able to pick up these cancers so that women do not die and then they are ascribed to other spiritual factors. That's one of the reasons, because there's been an increase in the diagnostic abilities of our various hospital and medical professionals. But besides that, our diets have changed. We've taken up the diets of the Western world, of Eastern Europe, and all those other places.
Right.
So we'll notice that because of the change in diet, a lot more women are developing breast cancer, right? So yes, that is very important. So we notice that patients who take in a lot of fats, fatty food, oily foods, at increased risk of developing breast cancer. Now, not just fat, that is a risk factor. There's also something that we can find to be protective against developing breast cancer with regards to diet. So vitamin D, calcium.
Okay.
If the patient has good amounts of calcium and vitamin D, what we call phytoestrogens, these have been found to be protective against breast cancer. That is the reason we often encourage women to eat fish, to exercise, and then go out there in the morning sun to get some vitamin D and calcium and all that. These have been found to be very protective. Now, surging on into exercise. Exercise is very important, and I heard you give the WHO recommendations for exercise for the average adult. It is very, very important. Now, you see, breast cancer is not the only disease that can be prevented by exercise. So many diseases, non-communicable diseases, which is one of the diseases that I'm currently working on with my organization, which is something that is heavy on my heart because the leading cause of death in the whole world. Non-communicable diseases like hypertension, diabetes, and so many others can be prevented by simple measures such as exercise.
Okay.
You don't even need to register at the gym. You don't need to go to the gym. All it takes is regular physical activity. You mentioned moderate and vigorous activity and all that. You're a woman in your 40s. You're always sitting in the office, or if you're not sitting in the office, you're sitting in traffic all day long. All these increase one's risk of not developing just breast cancer, but also other non-communicable diseases. So 30 minutes every day, we are speaking about 150 minutes in a week.
Okay.
So we can just simplify to make it 30 minutes every day for 5 days. Brisk walking. Make it a habit. 30 minutes, brisk walking. 30 minutes every day for 5 days. That translates to about 150 minutes of exercise in a week. When you get to work and then there's a staircase, you don't go taking the left. Use the staircase. These very simple measures are all ways by which we can do what we can reduce our risk of developing breast cancer.
Right.
So on the issue of lifestyle, this is a lifestyle that also sort of incorporates the hormonal aspect of breast cancer. Okay. We spoke about hormonal replacement therapy for postmenopausal women.
Right.
We've also spoken about oral contraceptive pills, also increasing the risk of breast cancer. That is very true, but we need to put it in perspective. Usually, hormone replacement therapy increases the risk of breast cancer after a woman has taken them for 5 years plus. Same with oral contraceptive pills. They've been taking them for a very long time, for about 5 years or more, then it increases the risk. It does not mean that get breast. For someone listening to us is going to be thinking, this very doctor is talking about oral contraceptive pills and hormone replacement therapies, increasing the risk of breast. Yet when I go there for family planning, he's probably going to give me oral contraceptive pills. Yes, we are aware of this risk. It only increases your risk, does not mean that it would cause breast cancer. And we do recognize the fact that it is when these oral contraceptive pills or hormone replacement therapy has been ongoing consistently for 5 years.
Right.
That is when the risk is increased. So yes, some people, some young ladies have a habit, a lifestyle habit of, should I say, wolfing down contraceptive pills, emergency pills. This is a strong caution to you. If you continue to do this, you're increasing your risk of developing breast cancer. If you need a safe and reliable method of contraception, you just need to get a family planning unit in a health facility close to you. And then they can discuss the options with you, put you on one, monitor you, and ensure that you do not develop the risk factors that are necessary for breast cancer. And of course, having spoken about obesity, spoken about exercise together with diet, you can't forget obesity. Obesity is a big and a major role, plays a major role in the development of breast cancer. So it is usually postmenopausal most of the time. Obesity plays a role in the development of many diseases, including breast cancer. But the risk is even increased if it is postmenopausal. So for a woman who's had a menopause, if she's obese, the risk of breast cancer is high. So yes, lifestyle plays a huge role in the development of breast cancer.
So, Doc, let's look at the female body. You know, the women have a lot of hormonal changes, hormonal surges here and there. So, how can they protect themselves in the midst of all these mood swings and hormonal surges that occur in their body? And also, where does the cancer originate in the breast?
Okay, so with the very first question about hormonal surges and all that, that is natural. I mean, that is how God made us. The various hormones, in as much as we are implicating them in the pathogenesis of breast cancer, also have their own benefits. I mean, it is because of estrogen and progesterone and oxytocin that a woman is able to bond so well with her baby, bond so well with her husband and all that. So, I mean, these hormones play a huge role, beneficial role like that. But of course, they will also have their negatives, which is increasing the risk, not causing, we need to be careful about it, not causing breast cancer, but
increasing the risk.
Of developing breast cancer. Exactly, increasing the risk of developing breast cancer. Now, what can they do? One of the risk factors that we often talk about with regards to individuals who develop breast cancer, like I mentioned early on, is prolonged exposure to estrogen. Usually women who have what we call early menarche.
Okay.
They had their first menstrual cycle at a very early age, say about 8, 9, 10, 11, and then late menopause, say 60 instead of say 50. They've been exposed to estrogen for a very long time. And because of this prolonged exposure, it increases their risk of developing breast cancer. We also often mention the fact that nulliparity is one of the risk factors for developing breast cancer. And what do I mean by nulliparity? A woman who has not given birth. So when you do not get pregnant, what it means is that estrogen, progesterone, and all the female hormones continue to surge in your blood. They are continuously in your blood, it's constantly in your blood, affecting various parts of your body, right? But the very moment you get pregnant, there's a decrease in the levels of these hormones.
Okay.
And then when you breastfeed, I think it's one of the things we may talk about. When you breastfeed, what also happens is that the levels of these hormones are down. I'm not one to come out and tell every woman to get pregnant. You do not have control over when you get your first control over when you get into menopause, and you definitely do not have control over. Well, you do have an amount of control, but not everyone who wants to get married, right? So I would not prescribe or say that in order not to have increased and prolonged exposure to estrogens, you must definitely get married. That is not what I'm saying. But I would encourage as many people as possible who want to get married to get married.
Okay.
Right? And have children. That's very important. I'm coming from a Christian background. I grew up Roman Catholic, still Catholic, trained in the Presbyterian school, proud to be Presbyterian as well.
Right.
And we encourage women to get married, to have children. Not just have children, but to breastfeed them as much as possible. We often say for 2 years. Because all these have benefits, not just for the baby, for the mother, and also for the household as well, translating to benefits to the country. So yes, some of the practical measures would be that if you want to get married, we would encourage you to get married as soon as you are ready to get married, not as soon as possible, but as soon as you are ready to get married. And when you want to have children, and you do have children, we encourage you to breastfeed them, practice what we call exclusive breastfeeding, only breast milk for the first 6 months of the child's life, after which you introduce what we call complementary feeding while still breastfeeding the child for up to 2 years. I mean, modern society and the stresses of life may make it difficult, but I encourage a woman as much as possible to continue to adhere to some of these that would bring benefits. Yes, now today, the next thing, if I remember right, you're asking where the cancer often originates.
Yes.
So breast cancer, the breast is made up of various tissues. It's made up of fat cells. It's made up of the glandular tissue, where the glandular tissue refers to the tissues that produce breast milk.
Right.
One of the main functions of the breast is to produce breast milk for feeding babies and for the survival of babies. So the glandular tissue is one of them. We have what we call the ducts. So we have what we call the lobules. The lobules, the glands produce the breast milk, goes into the lobules for storage, and then when it's time for the breast milk to be released, it passes through the ducts and then to the baby. So these are various parts of the breast. We're talking about the glandular tissue, we're talking about the acini that come together to form the lobules, we're talking about the ducts and all that. So breast cancer will often develop in either of these. Breast also has fat, right? So breast cancer often one of these, either in the ducts or in the lobules or in the glandular tissue or even in the fat. The fat is often rare. I would not even call that a cancer, but I would often call it a neoplasm, which is just sort of say something like a lipoma within the breast. It's a benign form of a neoplastic lesion. It's a benign form of a growth within the breast. So yes, it either develops within the ducts, in which case we often call it ductal carcinoma, if you get into the medical parlance, or it can develop in the lobules, which we call lobular carcinoma.
Okay. So, Doc, I think we'll have more time to delve deeper into the technical terms, but let's quickly talk about the preventive measures. How can women prevent, or women and men prevent themselves from getting this infection?
Yes. To like I said before, breast cancer is not an infection. I just want to put that out there so that we don't forget. To reduce the risk of developing breast cancer, I would always let my patient know that breast cancer is multifactorial with pathogenesis. You are not able to pinpoint one thing that leads to development of breast cancer. And so therefore, reducing one's risk in tackling the issue of breast cancer also requires a multifactorial strategy. Right. So I've mentioned the risk factors. I've spoken about the fact that lack of exercise can increase one's risk of developing breast cancer. So yes, we have to increase our levels of physical activity in order to reduce the risk of developing breast cancer.
Okay.
Two, it is to watch our diets, have healthy diets, practice healthy eating, watch our weight. All these are very important in reducing the risk of developing breast cancer. With regards to our lifestyle as well, we don't go around taking oral contraceptive pills as if they are just some multivitamins. No, we don't do that. We always see a medical doctor and ensure that he's the one prescribing them and following you up to ensure that your risk of developing breast cancer is not too high. Also, on the issue of lifestyle, I've spoken about the fact that women who have not given birth, women who do not practice breastfeeding are at increased risk. So to our women out there who want to get married and who will get pregnant and have children, ensure that you get married, ensure that you have children, ensure that you breastfeed them for the recommended duration of time that is needed. Most importantly, there are some of the risk factors you can't do anything about, such as the genetics. The fact that your mother, your aunt, your sister had it, you can't really do much about that, right?
Right.
But what we call screening, most importantly, screening, and that is the crux of October's discussion.
Right.
The fact that you need to detect it early. So self-breast examination together with mammography or ultrasonography when necessary is what is important. And the reason we are teaching women to learn how to examine their breast, to know their breasts, how they look like, how they feel.
Right.
So that the very moment there's a change, because some of these changes can be very subtle, and it's only a woman who knows how a breast looks like, who knows how their breast feel like, is the only one who will be able to pick it up, detect it, and go to the hospital early for us to be able to salvage the situation. So screening, early detection is key, and it's the message for this month of October, this pink October.
It's all about.
Most important.
Thank you, Doc. Now, there is people have texted me asking the major question. They said that sucking breast help in the prevention. The guys are asking.
Although I'm not in the studios, I'm sure many of my fellow men are urging me on, pushing me to answer in the affirmative.
Right.
But I will not be pushed into answering in the affirmative when there is no such evidence.
Okay.
But yes, the answer is yes. The answer is yes and no. I would not say no absolutely, but the answer is yes and no. One of the ways in which sucking can prevent breast cancer is when the baby suckles on the mother, in which case sucking, breast milk, and all that.
Right.
During that period, the levels of estrogen that a woman is exposed to are a bit low. And we've already spoken about the role that estrogen plays in the development of breast cancer. Now, with regards to men sucking the breast of their wives or their partners, preferably wives. Of course, I'm Presbyterian, I'm Catholic, so preferably wives. The benefit that comes with that brings along is that as men suck the breast of their wives, they feel them. They know how they feel like. They know how they look like. So even as they suck the breast, they get used to them, they know how they feel, they know how they look like. So at any point in time that they notice something abnormal, I mean, in the process of sucking one's wife's breast, they pick up something, they'll be like, in the past, this was not what was there. So let's have this checked out. It's the reason we often encourage men to suck the wives of the breast of their wives.
Right.
Because through that, they're able to know how the breast of their wives feel like, how they look like, so that if there are any subtle changes, they together, their wives can pick it up and then encourage the woman to seek early medical treatment. So yes and no. I mean, sucking breast can reduce the risk of developing breast cancer, especially for babies. And for men too, because men will be able to pick up any changes that may occur. So yes, to the men, it can. But don't just suck the breast. Make sure you know how they look like, you know how they feel like. So if there are any changes, you can quickly refer to a health facility.
Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you very much for making time to talk to us on The Breeze, live on Ɔdadeɛ Radio. So we've been talking to Dr. Anafo Awini Godwin from the National Center for Radiotherapy, Oncology, and Nuclear Medicine. So, Doc, thank you very much. We'll make sure we bring you back to the studio. But before you leave us, your final words.
Yes, my final words, I would want to say a very big thank you to The Breeze, the entire crew for making this possible. As a member of the Ɔdadeɛ Health Matters group, the Ɔdadeɛ Health Matters is a group that also seeks to educate not just Pesekas, not just old boys, but the entire Ghanaian, West African, and the world on topical health issues. And as a co-host of the show, this is one of the topics that I wanted to discuss next. And I'm excited and I'm glad that The Breeze actually brought this on board. We are glad that the non-medical programs of Ɔdadeɛ Radio are also interested in the health of the population. So I want to say a very big thank you to the entire crew at The Breeze. Also to our listeners, I want to say a very big thank you. The final word is that breast cancer is very curable if picked up early. So learn how to examine your breast. Make sure you go to health facilities periodically to be examined by a professional practitioner. And once this is picked up, please ensure that you follow through with the treatment modalities. Don't go chasing after herbal medications. Don't go chasing after spiritual solutions.
Right.
God, in His infinite wisdom, has given us all the knowledge to be able to treat breast cancer when it is picked up early. And even when it is advanced, we still have treatment modalities.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doc, for talking to us. So we come your way each and every Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's The Breeze. I'm your host, Demographics, with Lois, Reginald, executive producer Zonda or Johnny. We thank you. DJ Hughes on the music, Michael on transmission. This has been The Breeze. We'll say join us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Ɔdadeɛ Radio. Enjoy yourselves.
Bringing you the best mix of music right here, right now.
Ɔdadeɛ Radio.
Hey, this is Antoine Mensah. You're listening to Ɔdadeɛ Radio live from the AMC. Keep it locked.